Hi guys, it's Jessie Holton here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator for Australia, jessieholton.com. Today I thought that I would make some cards for you with the Blooms and Wishes stamp set and some of the prints from the Daisy designer series paper, Delightful Daisy. And these are really pretty. I'm going to make a bulk amount of birthday cards. So I thought that I'd just jump on and show you how I do that, because it doesn't actually take long to do a bulk lot. So we'll see how I go. My baby Ryan is sleeping at the moment, and my other one, Luke, is with his nan today. So I'm going to use some Night of Navy, Delightful Daisy, Delightful Daffodil, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and Calypso Coral cardstock. So I've already got the Night of Navy card. So I'm just going to bring in my trimmer here. Now when you get the trimmer, it comes with the groove in it. I don't like using the groove. I find that it tears the edge of the paper rather than cuts it smoothly. Unless you've got a brand new blade, which means you need to replace it like all the time to keep it straight. So I turn my little grey piece onto its side so that you've got the flat surface, and then you just need to chop some scrap cardstock a few times to create your own little groove, and the groove will be much smaller than what this one is on the side, so then you'll get a nicer cut. But the first few times that you use it, it might sort of be a little bit wobbly, so that's why you need to do the scrap, so that way you can make your own little groove get going. Alright, so I'm doing 2 bits of cardstock at a time. And I'm doing them at between 15.8 and 15.9. And if you push down properly, it does actually cut through really easily. So this just saves a little bit of time by doing them in 2 at a time. And you can do 3 or 4 on here, but I don't want to risk it not cutting through properly, or you know, the cardstock being on a bit of an angle or something like that. So now I'm going to make landscape cards today rather than portrait ones. So what I'm going to do to create the landscape cards is I want my prints going this way, so I'm going to have 6 from a sheet of DSP, so I'm going to cut it down the middle and then do 2 cuts across. So I've got all 3 sheets of designer series paper here, and I'm going to cut that at 14.5. And then just make sure it's nice and straight. And then I'm going to cut it at 10.1. Okay, so that's 3 of each for that. Then I'm going to do the other side. I'm just going to flip it upside down so that I'm using Stampin' Up's cuts rather than my own to line it up. So I'm going to cut it again at 14.5. So I've got that strip now. need to get my nails trimmed. Okay, and then 10.1. 10.1. 10.1. Okay, and then these ones I'm just going to flip over, so that way when I'm gluing all my card fronts on, I've got what's that, 9 on that way and 9 on that way, just to have a little bit of variation. So, and all of my prints are facing landscape. Okay, so there are all my card fronts done. Now the trimmer does have a scorer on it. I prefer the wider score mark that gets left by the scoreboard here. Makes the cards easier to fold. And because it is blunter, sometimes with the scoring tool on the trimmer it tends to break a little bit when you fold it in half. So I find that that's less likely to happen if I used my scoring tool. Had a little moment there where I wasn't sure if I was scoring them in the right place. And you hate that. You go on autopilot and then you realise at the end that you've scored them all in the wrong place. And of course that would happen when I was doing a live video. Of course. Why not? When else would it happen? Okay. Alright, so the only downfall with doing them on the scoreboard, because it's in inches and the trimmer I was using centimetres, is when you fold it, it has a little edge because it's not quite even, because the inches and centimetres don't quite line up. So just make sure that that bit's on the front and then you don't have the problem. So that side is my front. And the other thing is the score line, keep that on the outside, and the bump goes in the middle, so mounted in the middle is how I remember it. And that way that also helps that edge from not cracking when you fold it. Okay, so I'm going to use my, because I've only got 2 of these blue cards, navy cards. So I want them to be with the daisy print. So I'm just going to do them first. Maybe should have cut up some Tranquil Tide as well to have for that back. When we get to that back piece. Oh well. So what are you guys up to today? Probably shouldn't be asking open-ended questions because I can't actually see comments or whether anyone's even watching. But I'm sure that if there is no one on here live that you will jump on and enjoy this video later. I'm actually going to be using these cards for the Random Act of Kindness group, which we all send each other cards. And not only does it help to give you ideas on how you could use the products, but it also, you know, gives you a little smile. It's always nice to receive a card in the mail when you go out and check the mailbox and all you're expecting to see is junk mail or bills. And instead you've got a beautiful card there waiting for you. It's lovely. It's really nice to get a little handmade card in the mail. So if you've got some handmade cards sitting around, put them in the post and let some other people enjoy your handiwork, because I'm sure that it will make their day. There's nothing nicer than receiving a handmade card in the mail, I don't think. And aren't these just coming up pretty? It's so easy. The designer series paper is so pretty. It just makes it really easy to pop together a whole bunch of cards. What is this? I really like the Tranquil Tide with the coral. Isn't that pretty? Alright, and we've just got 3 left. So I like to have a look through Facebook, and if you go into your events, or if you have one of those notifications pop up for birthdays, you can press the See More button and it pops up with all of everyone who's on your friends list, all of the birthdays that are coming up for the next few months. So I like to do that, and then I've got, like, know everyone's birthdays that are coming up, and I can send them out cards. I just want the normal Mr. White cardstock. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look here, because I thought that I would use these layering labels, and they're really pretty. What are they called? Lots of label for framelit dies. So I thought that I would use the biggest one, and we'll see how this leaf impression goes on it, and then a smaller one for the sentiment. So I'm just going to pop the For You. So I'll use that one. I might leave that in there for now actually. It'll stick to something and then I'll lose it on my desk. Okay. Oh, I already had the biggest one. Put that one away as well. Okay, so how's this going to work best? Am I going to be able to fit 3? I pop that there. And 7. Doesn't quite fit, does it? So it needs to be 7 centimeters wide. Oh yeah, well that works because these are 21. So how many do I need? 18, wasn't it? So 3, 6, 9, 12. 15. What did I say? 7 centimeters. That's not right. It must be 8. So is that going to fit? Oh yeah. Let's just double check before I cut it. So times 3 is 24, so I can afford to make it a little bit bigger. It's 27, and what was it? 28? 29. 29 and a half, yeah, okay, so we'll just make them 9, and then that will make the last one a bit wider. Okay. Now we've got that worked out. So I'm doing 3 at once here. Because the Whisper White cardstock is just a little bit thinner than the coloured cardstock. You can get the thick Whisper White cardstock. Okay. Ooh, get my buddy Big Shot. Alright, so I'm going to stick that on. And then I'll put that down the bottom. And then, just before I go ahead and chop all of them, let's just see what this looks like. So, because we're using the 3D ones, they're really thick. So you only need your base plate, this with the piece of cardstock in it. And it doesn't have to be straight because it's the leaf pattern, it's going to be random. And then one clear plate. So that's your sandwich. And you don't put the other clear plate on there. And some people spritz the cardstock before they run it through. How gorgeous is that? I love it. It's got a tiny bit of cracking in it, so that's what the spritzing is meant to stop. But I don't mind it. That's really lovely, isn't it? Okay, so then we're going to have, let's make a card. We'll just see what it looks like before we go do the whole lot. And then, what are we going to do? Not a navy? Might do Daffodil Delight, hey? Let's try it. We'll just do one. See what it looks like. And then if it looks good, we'll do the rest. That's kind of cute, isn't it? What do you reckon? I find it really hard to not go crazy overboard and put lots of different stuff on there. What do you reckon if we just stick a couple of these on? These are the new glitter enamel dots, and aren't they gorgeous? They go from darkest to lightest, and they've just got a little bit of glitter. So this is Dapper Denim, Crushed Curry, Berry Burst, and Old Olives. But I reckon even the lighter Crushed Curry ones with the Daffodil Delight, I mean, it's close enough that you wouldn't be able to tell. So if we had a couple of those on there, I think that would be enough to make it pretty. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll just do this one, and I'll make the rest up off screen, because I'm sure you guys have more important things to do than watch me make a whole bulk load of cards. And I'm sure that just seeing how one gets done up will be enough for you guys. So basically I just do everything, I do all the same actions together. So now when I'll make this one up just so that you guys can see how I put it together. but then all the other ones that I do, so I'll do all of the die cutting with the label framelit, and then I will do all of the embossing of the leaves, and then I'll do all of the stamping, all of the bits of ribbon, you know, keep it all, do it all together at one time. That one gets a cat hair. That's a lucky person. Yeah, lucky person when you get a cat hair from me on your card. And then if you're in the Random Act of Kindness group, you might just receive one of these from me. If you've got your birthday listed, then you might get one of these in the mail. So it is actually just called the Random Act of Kindness group. It's for using current Stampin' Up products only. And it's a really lovely group of people. So basically you just pick cards to people who say they're participating for that month and send them cards, and they may pick to send one to you in return, or you might get someone else send you a card. It's the not knowing that makes it fun. And then so there's a birthday one, and then there you go. I think that's enough. And then there is just a random sort of general note one, but I'm going to do these as birthday cards, so I'll hop back on at a later stage and show you guys what I'm making for my normal cards, because I will send out note cards as well as birthday cards. So, and if there's events coming up, like, you know, Christmas or Easter or anything like that, then there's also another one, another group that will participate in that. Because, you know, not everyone participates in everything. I know the American people at the moment in the group are doing, like, 4th of July cards. So that's a bit of fun. But yeah, anyway, that's it. So I'm going to go through and pimp out all these beautiful cards now and get them in the mail, put some smiles on some dials. You may get one. I hope if you do that you enjoy it, and that maybe it'll inspire you to get your craft on. Anyway, thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you have a lovely day. Sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh, don't miss out on the promos this month. There is Christmas in July. If you join in July, then you get $235 worth of product that you choose. There's no set kit for $169. But on top of that, the Christmas in July deal is an essentials pack with adhesive, clear blocks, bone folder, snips I think are in there as well. And you get the Carols by Christmas stamp set, which is valued at $35. So the Essentials kit is valued at $86. The stamp set is valued at $35. And you get to pick $235 worth of any product you want out of the catalogue. You get an $80 business pack with catalogues and order forms and all that sort of thing that you'd need if you wanted to start doing parties or anything like that. Then you're all set up. There's no strings attached though, so you don't have to if you don't want to. And you get free post as well, all for $169. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Even if you just have a wish list, that adds up to more than $169. It is well worth joining this month just to get those freebies, the Essentials pack and the free stamp set, Christmas stamp set. So, and then you'll be in my team until at least the 31st of January, and you can decide by then whether you want to carry on or drop, and it's all good. There's no strings attached, there's no pressure either way, and we've got a great team full of lovely girls. So we'd love to have you on board to come play along with us. Let me know if you have any questions. You can see my blog for any further information, or email me at jessie@jessieholton.com, or just write me a note on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. Take care.